What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Meditation is a simple practice that has many layers. I always find it interesting because I consider myself a constant student of meditation. And when I look at what's out there, sometimes I will see people teaching meditation programs in regards to how to do it. And they'll make it either overly elaborate or unfortunately overly expensive. And the truth is, meditation is a very simple technique. As a matter of fact, I could sum it up here in just a few sentences. You sit down in a comfortable position. You don't have to be cross-legged on the floor. Close your eyes and either focus on your breath, giving it your full attention, or find a word that you can use as a mantra. Many people will use Om or I am or even a sound and concentrate on this sound. And whether it's your breath or the sound, whenever you find yourself drifting away from those, whenever you find yourself getting into the territory of what you're going to do tomorrow, what's for dinner, did that really happen in the past? Once you start getting into all these different areas, just remember to bring yourself back to that anchor, bring yourself back to your breath, or bring yourself back to that word or mantra. But what I really appreciate is that, as simple as that is, it gives you so much. You'll learn so many things about yourself through meditation. You'll learn so many things about how it is you relate to the world through meditation, and you never know exactly what type of experience it is you're going to get. There's values that are taught through meditation as you go through it. Forgiveness, compassion, gratitude, all of these different things arise. And so as you get into this yourself, you'll learn that there are many, many layers to what will be unearthed through this practice. One of the best analogies that I've learned is it's very similar to cleaning up a very dirty room. You know, when you get into that dirty room, at first, even though you could kind of see some of the dust, everything is settled on the countertops, it's settled on the objects, but as soon as you start cleaning, all of this dust gets kicked up in the air and it could engulf the entire room, and you're like, it's messy in here. Like, this is really bad. But afterwards, as things start to settle, as you continue through this process, eventually things will get cleaner and cleaner and clearer and clearer. And this could come in the form of presence, awareness, mindfulness. All of these things will come, and you never know which one, as far as experiences, it is you're going to get through this practice. So it makes it kind of an evergreen journey where you release your expectations. Sometimes you'll be more distracted than you are at other times, but either way, you're making progress. You're never judging your practice. Either way, you're going in the right direction. Just think about when you're taking a road trip or you're driving to work. There's times where you're noticing every little detail. You're seeing the buildings, you're seeing the people, you're looking at the signs, things on the road. You're seeing everything on your way to work. And then there's other times where you're kind of in a haze. You don't really know what's going on. You're not cognizant of any little details. And still, before you know it, you arrive to work. So either way, you're making progress. And meditation is the same way, where either way, you're making progress. And I'd like to mention this because if you're one of those people, I know I've heard it often, where they'll say, meditation isn't for me, I'm too distracted. This is specifically who I'm speaking for, because distracted or not, if you stick to the practice, you're going to be moving in the right direction. There's just so much to be discovered here, and ultimately, even though it's a simple practice, let's just say technique-wise, you could fill up a couple pages philosophically, you could create volumes of books. That's my belief. I get so enraptured with the philosophy of meditation, even more so than the minutia of technique. So that is all I got for this one. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.